guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 5, Episode 10 of the First Star Challenge with Leeds United. Our bid to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today it's a European doubleheader, not Champions League unfortunately, but in the Europa League against Trabzonspor in the second knockout round. We're home and away against them. We begin with some news of a new contract. That is to Nathan Wood, our excellent young English defender. He's here now, a 4-year extension, as you can see. He was a regular starter, 56 grand a week, and an update on Nathan Wood. I mean, he's just an absolute star, isn't he? Technically, he could probably be better, even mentally. But I think just physically, he's got really quick, really good in the air, and that makes up for maybe a few small deficiencies in the rest of his game. But he can pass, and he's got good vision as well, so he's a good ball player. I really, really like him, as you may have noticed, because he starts almost every game that he's fit next to Pongranich. So, really, really happy to have him signing a new long-term contract. If we look at finances, at 56 grand a week, we're still in a good spot, about 90 grand a week under the wage budget. And we've got, well, you can see there, 76, almost 77 million still in the transfer budget. So we're in a really, really good spot financially as well. Now, there is one game to catch you up on since last episode. That was our league match against Wolverhampton. Let's see how we did in that one. Just the one goal in this one, as Renier found a path to goal before smashing it in. So there we go, 3 points. Another one of these games that we really should have won by more, but Rennie, it was a nice individual goal there, wasn't it? But yeah, got the job done. We smashed them. We just didn't score enough goals, as tends to be the story of our season sometimes. If we look at what that means for the league table, not too much, because while we were doing that, Liverpool beat Manchester United. That essentially makes it a 2-horse race now for the title. They've got a game in hand on us, but they are 5 points back. So worst case scenario, they're 2 points back of us. And United are now 11 points down. We've got what? How many games we play? 38. So we've got 9 games to go. Wow, the season gets away from me quickly, doesn't it? So yeah, I think I'd be confident enough saying we're going to finish top 2. We're going to have our best ever season in the Premier League. I think it's Leeds as a club. Did they ever come second? I can't think so. Back in the O'Leary days, they may have come second back in the O'Leary days. But we're almost certainly top 4. We've got 22 points ahead of Leicester City. So if that's not mathematically done, it must be getting very, very close to it. So there we go. That's how we stand now. We've got Trabzonspor here, home and away in Europe. Let's go and have a look at what we're up against here. We're away for the first leg. Now, we are currently equaled the Europa League record. I'm assuming that includes the UEFA Cup. For most games unbeaten in a row on 19. That's obviously over the 2 times we've been in the Europa League. So if we were to avoid defeat today, we would break that record. Another Leeds United record. They're an Unil Karaman coach team. We can see here he's not the worst. Good man management, so you'll have the players up and firing for this one, you would imagine. An attacking standard playing style behind my head there. This is how we're expecting them to play. Something along these lines. Very similar to us. They got beaten by PSV in the last game they played. They must have won on aggregate. Anyway, that's beside the point. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. It is more or less the strongest team that we have available to us. It's Onana in goal. Brad Darich, Max Dean, Wood, and Sutar go at the back for this one. It's McCalmont and Bogac in midfield. It's Unda, it's Alina, it's Abel Ruiz on the left, and Edmondson goes up top. It's more or less the strongest team. There's a few players in there. Obviously, Edmondson up top. Haaland would be the strongest. But with match-fatigued players and trying to sort of balance, making sure we're not going to drop points in the league, that's kind of where there's 1 or 2 there that maybe aren't actually first choice, but should be good enough to get the job done here. Jardem says they're expected to prove a point today. I say, what do I say? We should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Play your game and you'll win. Alright, let's go with that. That seems like it should relax them a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe not. That sounds like putting a lot of pressure on them to go and win, doesn't it? And here we go. As ever, an away game and a knockout game in Europe, away tie in Europe. You just want to get away goals, as many as you can, and we'll go from there. Here we go, 6th minute, almost the 7th minute. Onana with a goal kick to Wood, across there to Max Dean. What's he going to do? Go on, Deanie. Over there to Brad Darich. He's a good attacking wing-back. What's he going to do? He finds Abel Ruiz. Ruiz does his man. Looks like it was through his legs. Excellent stuff. Abel Ruiz. Oh, he's done him again. Brad Darich still with support. Ball in. Edmondson headed away. Bogac has it there. Go on, Boggy. McCalmont. Out there for Brad Darich again. Can he whip a nice ball in here? He can. Back post. It's headed away again. And again, it's going to be cleaned up by Sutar, is it? Yes, it is. We keep the pressure on here. McCalmont early out there for Ruiz. Can Ruiz pull one back? He can. It's Edmondson! Edmondson. It was a really, really tough tight angle, that one, wasn't it? Did his best, but just over the bar in the end. Promising start, though. Good sustained spell of pressure. Corner comes in. Headed towards goal, off the crossbar. Max Dean, I think it was, off of the crossbar. And, oh, so unlucky. We get another corner, though. Again, it comes in. Again, it's Max Dean. This time, it's straight into the keeper's hands. Nice little spell of pressure there, though. Let's give it a demand more here if we can while we're on top. Come on, boys. Come on. In your own time. Here we go. Another corner. Under knocks it in. It's Abel Ruiz this time. It's headed away. And again, we've got to fix up the things there, don't we? I wish the same position player would take corners for us. If I set it up, it probably would happen. And Onana makes a big save. All right, let's go and fix that now. No, not corners. Set piece. Oh, no, it is corners, isn't it? We want attacking corners. We want... all right, let's just stick a leaner out there. That's easier to do, isn't it? So look outside the area. You switch with a leaner from that side. And where are we here? Switch with a leaner, please. And thank you. Confirm changes, and that should stop that problem with having nobody at the edge of the area there for us again. I usually like to put a winger out there because good claim by Onana. Just because they're usually decent dribblers, and in the case of Unda, he's got a cracking long shot as well. But obviously, if he's going to take the corners, I'd rather have the best guy taking the corners. So that's not a problem. Here we go with Suta with a throw for Bogac. Bogac back down the line. Suta's got some space. Can he whip in across? It's decent. It's Abel Ruiz. Not the strongest in the air. Are we exploiting the flanks here? I think maybe let's not do that. They look as though that's what they're expecting, doesn't it? I wonder if we were to go through the middle a little bit more here, if we'd have a little bit more luck. We've dominated the game. The only thing we saw of them was their counter-attack from our attacking corner, but we haven't yet got the goal. So I'm going to say I'm not happy. I think we can do better than that. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's show some passion early in this second half, please. Trabzonspor throw. I mean, a 0-0 isn't the worst. Obviously, we don't want to lose because we know the record. But a 0-0 isn't the worst. It just puts a little bit more pressure on us at home not to obviously start conceding any goals, because away goals will not be our friend in that case. But we're not playing particularly well here. Ball in. Max Dean heads it away. Still there with the Turks, though. They're keeping the pressure on us. Can we do something here, please, boys? Can we get a foot in? Let's not concede a goal. It's a good block. I don't know how much he knew about it, but a good block. McAlmont almost gives the ball away there. Early ball forward. Edmondson's made the run. Edmondson, he's taken a touch. I thought he was going round the keeper. It looked so good. The keeper, I think he just took a little bit too much time with it, didn't he? No, it's not a corner. It's a throw in. Suta with it for Bogac. Back for Suta. Surely offside. No, Bogac crosses it in. Edmondson brings it down. It's there for Abel Ruiz. And Abel Ruiz, he does it again. He just pops up with goals when we need them for us. And it's his 6th of the season. Edmondson with a really, really intelligent assist there, actually. Brought it down, didn't panic, looked for his teammate in space. And Ruiz, a bit too much power on that, snuck it past the keeper, and that's 1-0. The away goal as well, obviously, is nice. Look at this from Edmondson. Nicely done. And yeah, really, it's a really nice goal, isn't it? Not a classic, not going to feature in any sort of goal of the season highlights, but just a really nice goal. Hopefully now that'll settle us down, and we can go on a little bit of a run here. Can we get a second goal? They don't like the praise. That's overwhelmed them. I mean, 1-0, it's one of those, isn't it? You take it. You'd like a little bit more if you can. Suta, back for Bogac. Bogac goes in field there for McAlmont. Is he going to put his foot through one? We've seen him score from there before. He doesn't. He goes for Ruiz, for Brad Darich. Can he beat his man? He goes back to McAlmont. Brad Darich and McAlmont exchanging passes. Back for Brad Darich. He's got a little bit of space there if he wants to go down the line. He finds Ruiz. That's a stunning little ball. Ruiz tries to play it off the defender. Wins it back again. Brad Darich with a cross. It's there for Alina. And Carlos Alina sticks it away. And it's 2-0. And that was really patient play, wasn't it? Brad Darich, Alina, Ruiz and Bogac just probing down that left-hand side. Eventually the space came. It was a wonderful ball in, wasn't it, from Brad Darich. Picked out the run of Alina in so much space there, right almost on the penalty spot, and he volleyed it in expertly. 5th goal for Carlos Alina, as I think I said. And there we go. 2-0 Leeds United. You'd like to think that is essentially job done. And what it should mean, we shouldn't be conceding 3 goals from here, is a new Europa League record for Leeds United. Most games undefeated. It makes you wonder if we hadn't dropped that silly points to Feyenoord, how long has it been since we drew a game in this as well? But anyway, that's beside the point. Max Dean over there for Brad Darich. He's in a game like this where we can get forward and sort of use his attacking abilities. Brad Darrich is absolutely sensational. The problem is that when we're playing sort of better teams that are at our level or maybe a little bit above, listen, wonderful ball, and Edmondson can't stick it in. A wonderful through ball, though, from under there. Yeah, Brad Darrich, he shows up a little bit defensively when we're playing sort of teams that are at our level or a little bit better. That's where Zagreb kind of comes in. There's a stunning ball. It's under! He had a teammate right on the edge of the 6-yard box if he could have picked him out, but you don't blame him necessarily for having a shot there. Let's give him some more praise. The only shot they've had on target is, I think, from that counter-attack they had from our corner, but hopefully we fixed that now for... I have to remember to change it again for next game too, won't I? But there we go. A really good, solid performance in Turkey. 2-0 to Leeds United. Job done. Record in the books. Don't get complacent. Leeds United, Heber Trabzonspor, Bogac on form. Go on, Boggy. 5 key passes. Well done, mate. What a performance that was from him. Guys, wait right there. We have Brighton in the league up next. I'll play through that, and then we'll come back for the second leg to see if we can get into the quarterfinals. Okay, before we get to the second leg, we have got a new youth intake, but here's the confirmation of the new record for Leeds United. 20 games unbeaten is a new record. Europa League records there, and we will see ourselves. There we are there. Most games without losing. Most games won in a row is 15. So that's going to take some beating, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. From September 21st, 2021, sorry, September 16, 2021 to March 14th, 2024. As I said, there was a season or two in between there, but always nice to have a record. And this is the new youth intake. I'm going to say slightly disappointing. We do have one guy here potentially that looks as though he could be something. It looks like a Macedonian. One of Elioski's friends, perhaps. But he does actually look quite decent, doesn't he? Good passing, good vision, good teamwork. Only 16, good first touch. I think there might be a player there for us. So that's promising. Because remember, we weren't expecting too much from this lot. A couple of others here. Scott Edwards, we've got an American midfielder in there. I don't know about him. Ball winner, perhaps. If he can improve his tackling, maybe a ball winner there. We've got an Englishman here. We've got Christian Vaughan, a central defender. Yeah, I mean, perhaps, again, maybe. I mean, potentially 3-star, so maybe there's something there for us. Corey Toll, another English goalkeeper this time. Eccentricity is maybe a little bit too high, but otherwise not too bad. Communication's a little low. First touch is apocalyptic. And then we get down to sort of not reallys. A striker there, and we've got another Englishman here, a right wing back. Yeah, I'm going to say possibly no. But I tell you what, I'm excited for Licker. I think that he could work out for us. I do like to name regens after my Patreon supporters, of course. So if you are not a Patreon and you'd like to have a regen named after you, there's a link down in the description. Go check out that and see what you need to do to get a regen named after you. But guys, I'm going to go play Brighton, then we'll be back for Trabzonspor. Okay, welcome back. We're about to host the Turks, but we started the medical centre because all did not go to plan against Brighton because Renier has picked up an injury. About 3 weeks, 2 days to 3 weeks or whatever, 10 days to 3 weeks, you can see up there. So we're going to be missing him for some crucial games coming up, which is a bit of a problem, but it's not the worst injury, so it's okay. But yeah, not the best. But anyway, before we get to the second leg, let's have a look at how we did against Brighton in the league. It was another 1-0 win. Bowen and Haaland combining wonderfully for the winner. So there we go. It's sort of the tale of our season recently where we dominated the game. We just can only manage to score one goal. As long as we're scoring that one goal, it's okay. But it's putting a lot of pressure on the defence to make sure that they're keeping a clean sheet. But they were sitting back. They were trying to hit us on the counter-attack. That's how they tended to play. So, at least we got the early... I thought getting the early goal, 10th minute, of course, that we may have pushed on and managed to do something. But, yeah, not to be. But that's okay. We got the 3 points. If we look at the league table, Liverpool also won, so they've still got that 5-point gap there. Still 11 points ahead of Man United. They have a game in hand. They may have lost, did they? Yeah, they lost to Newcastle. So, if it wasn't before, it is now definitely a 2-horse race for this title. So, it's nice to be in the race, isn't it, if nothing else. But we have a second leg to go and win here. Let's have a look at what we're up against. We are at home. We are the heavy favourites. Same sort of thing as we saw from them last time, obviously. We won't waste too much time. We do have an analysis report this time, though, which is always a nice thing. So we can see there roughly what to expect. That's how they played against us last time. And this is a team we're sending out. Now, 1 or 2 changes for this one. Onana continues in goal. It's Brad Darrich. We're going to give Kene a game in central defence. The main reason being is that he's a wonderful player. He's a club-trained player. But we haven't really been using the DM this season, so we need to find a way to get him into the team, and there's nothing about his attributes there really that says he couldn't play as a central defender. So we're going to try him in this one and just see how he gets on. He'll partner Max Dean in defence. Wan-Bissaka comes back. He's fit for this one to go at right back. Gary Turpie goes in midfield along with Bogac. It's Baker in, of course, now with... what's his face? With Renier out, it means that we have to use Ruiz in this number 10 role. He's going to rotate with Alina, which means Baker has to come back in. So he goes in on the right with Alina in the number 10. Under switches over to the left, and Leao gets to go up front. We saw Edmondson miss a lot of chances in the first leg. Let's give Leao a go in the second leg. So here we go. They are lining up exactly as we expected them to, really. Sort of the inverse of us in midfield there. So that's fine. Under, of course. Now, did Under used to play for this mob? I have a feeling he may have played for Trabzonspor before. No, it wasn't. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, what do we want to say to this? Got there, prove a point today. First leg means nothing now. Make sure you go out and win this one. Some calm, we have faith to those who haven't responded to that. I am really anxious, curious maybe more, to see how Kene gets on as a central defender. Because he'd be a really useful player for us if we can get him to play in that role. Otherwise, I mean, we're not going to sell him. There'll always be a place for him in the squad. It's just a matter of sort of using him as much as he deserves to be used. Here we see him now bringing the ball out of defence. It's a little bit... I'm not sure about my central defender running down the left wing, but that's fine. He crosses it back there for Turpie. Turpie for Bogac. Bogac for Alina. Back for Boggy. What's he got for us? Look at the wide areas. Leao. There it is. Wan-Bissaka. What a strike for Wan-Bissaka for his first ever Leeds United goal. That was a little bit special. First minute as well. What a start that is. And that almost puts to bed any threat, I would say, of a Trabzonspor comeback in the second leg. Really, really nice passing movement. Worked it around. Wan-Bissaka made the run first time as well. That is an absolute stunning strike from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Has he finally showed up as a Leeds United player? He's been a little to very disappointing so far this season, I'd have to say. If I was giving him a grade, it would be probably a D. He's kind of just done what's required of him, but that was a little bit special. That's what we expected to see, our wing-back getting forward like that. Louis Coyle style, perhaps, and smashing one in the top corner. Excellent, excellent stuff. Now, are we going to sort of pause out at one goal again here, like we do have a bit of a habit of doing, score and then sort of put our feet up? Hopefully that won't be the case. But evidence would suggest maybe that's exactly what's going on here. Boys, come on, show some passion. Play for the shirt. Put up a score. We're really struggling to get people to play well on the left because Vervaeke has really gone off the boil as well. I wonder if they're just sort of sitting back now as sort of a defeated team. And assertive, don't get complacent. Wan-Bissaka, you've had a great game, mate. More of that, please, from you. Elena's been fine. And Under... Yeah, far from pleased from you, mate. Up against your countrymen here. Put on a display for them. Come on. The national team manager's probably watching. All right, another early highlight, this time in the second half. Turpie with the ball at his feet. Back there for Brad Darich. Back for Turpie. Turpie, decent ball, back post. Baker's there. He pulls it back, and is it a saved? Is it behind for a corner? I think it is. Baker did really well to get that back in play, didn't he? Under now to take the corner. It's decent. It's there. It's there. It's off the crossbar, I think. Yeah, we did hit the crossbar. I think it might have been Dean with the flick on and Kene at the back post who's hit the crossbar. But it was a little bit difficult to see what was going on there. Trabzonspor on the break, though. Can we get... it's a horrible shot. That's fine. Brad Darich was there. I think he just about had his angles covered, so that's okay. A little bit of show some passion here. We might give it a get creative after this if nothing more is happening. I don't really understand why... We dominate games. We look really comfortable. We tend to not see too many opposition highlights. Yet we really, really struggle to put chances away. I'm wondering... You know what I'm saying? I just had a brainwave. We saw in... if you're following along with the Bala series... we got to a point... Or we're at a point in that where we're so much better than everybody else in the league that they really do just tend to sit back against us and make it difficult for us to score. And we get a lot of 1-1s or drop silly points in draws because we're good, but we're not that good. We still make mistakes. And we had a lot of success with hitting early crosses, just trying to get the ball in the box as early as possible. I wonder if that's something we could try here. Under's gone on quite a run, straight into the goalkeeper's hands though. So let's maybe try that here. I wonder if just getting the ball in the box, we will see sort of more chances created for us. Let's give it a get creative. Leao's looking complacent up top. I don't particularly like that. I wonder if a praise, given this match situation, might be on order. Let's see if that changes anything. Baker's looking a little bit tired running down that right wing. What we could do is we could bring Edmondson on for him. We could switch Under over and put Leao out on the left. And that gets Baker back. There's a problem we have with Baker is that he'd played an under-23s game basically the day of the Brighton game, or it was around that time anyway. So he's already played a game sort of that we weren't expecting him to play because we weren't expecting him to have to play in this one. Ball crosses into the box. Can we get that away? No, we can't. And it's offside. And we've come straight back very, very quickly here. Wan-Bissaka, what's he got for us? Tackled away. It's going to be a throw. We're into stoppage time. We are through to the quarterfinals. The draw's already taken place. It was they sort of did it after the first leg. So I think we get either Zenit St. Petersburg headed away there, or somebody, whoever they're playing. Oh, it might be RB Leipzig, I think. So I'm assuming we'll be playing the Germans, which won't be an easy game for us. But we'll have a look after this game. I think we have the early sort of half of the draw, so there'll be the second half, and then we'll sort of see who we get. At least we're getting a long highlight to finish off the game here. Makes up almost for the lack of during the game. Here we go. It's a good ball there for Leao. Leao crosses it in. It's headed away again. I think hitting early crosses, let me know what you guys think, if I'm just imagining this or not, but I feel like we've had a lot more highlights since we did that. So that might be something worth considering doing, as I was saying, because it did kind of work for Bala. But there we go. Not the best game. Another 1-0. 89 scoreless minutes after that. Wan-Bissaka stunner in the first minute. But we're into the hat for the next round. We were just too good for them, weren't we? You got away with one there, boys. You need to be better against better teams. So there we go. First leg triumph helps Leeds past Trabzonspor. Second knockout round. So that was, where are we here? So yeah, RB Leipzig's 3-0 up. So we'll play through and just make sure that is who we're going to get. But unless something goes horribly wrong for them on that second leg, that's who we're going to be playing. Defensive work, we'll say that was well done on Bissaka. Alright guys, we'll just skip ahead here. There'll be a weird edit point. And then we will discover that we are indeed playing RB Leipzig in the quarterfinals. Looks like we've got the first leg at home, which is fine. So if we go and have a quick look at the schedule, and we will see that we will be playing next episode all the way down here. We will be playing Manchester United. We'll come straight back. Manchester United away. They are third in the league. We lost to them, of course, at home, didn't we? So we want a little bit of revenge for that. And then we'll have the first leg against RB Leipzig. And then I think what we might do is we'll do the second leg. Do we want to see Everton, or we probably want to see Everton? We probably see Leicester 5th rather than Everton at home, who are 10th. So that's what we'll do. We'll see how that first leg goes. If it's more or less done, we might even come back for Manchester City and somebody. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We're into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Can we go all the way again? It's going to be Leverkusen versus City, Hoffenheim versus Lazio, and Bilbao versus Napoli. It's tougher now, isn't it? But with the exception of Manchester City, who, although they are shocking in the league this year, all the way down there in 13th, they do still have good players. They're still a dangerous team. Let me know what you think. Are we going to win the league? Are we going to win the Europa League? We'll be back tomorrow to take, hopefully, a big step towards both. Take care.